privately in Saquarema City. Today is Saturday, 18 June 2021. We will have a conversation today, quite simple, quite clear. Brazil is very immature in all things, especially when assumed compromises with the transnational organized crime. In general, Brazil has the prism of capacity as cognitive level and acting by this in international areas. On a subsidiary field, when you had no guarantees, there are no excuse to do not apply all consequences against those criminal offenders. We had the corruption of, the criminal area going by the association with public corruption. That is the corruption of regular areas. But corruption is always corruption. And this puts the transnational organized crime entirely associated against this kind of failure, which has the same interest with the regular area. The areas are different, but respecting the difference between each other, for sure targeting the same element. This go by this model, as you can observe, which has the alpha, the beta, the promiscuous area in the middle. It's named, it's a model on economy about the international economy. We could get that the failures on segments alpha and beta will have the regression by sectors of investment as A and B, which can be public or corporate, and with buildings on it in each sector that will carry chairs on it. No excuse to do not apply the consequence. In Brazil, on Article 30, Item 1 of this Brazilian Constitution, that you do not respect all the time, on article and or clause, Article 30, clause number 1, it's told there that the county, a seat, will have the autonomy to do and have the law about the local interest, since these do not go for criminal purpose, because we are talking with you American judicial power and others by, the solid argument that act as existence. You for sure got this very clear. This is my county, and I had 5,000 counties. Those 5,000 counties, in general, presented itself inside each one of those 27 federative units, that the two both will come inside a single and very unique thing as my federative space named Brazil. And of course that you can have the size 1 by, pure number is minor than 27, which is minor than 5,000. But by density, we must consider that the density as 1 will control the 27 by failure, and will put this failure out. And in the same way, the 5,000 seats. If I have a small city here, which is this area, for instance, Saquarema, and I have failures and the local interest as creation of laws ruled by failure, surrounding the legitimacy as action. Of course that by Fibonacci will surround my 25 counties after got at first at least one federative unit, which is the Rio de Janeiro, the garbage of the world. And it surrounded my 27 federative units. It will surround my unique thing and the entire density on it to control all this, which indeed was proved by Articles 74 and 23. Item 1, which is the integrated failure and the distribution of power by this failure integrated, considering the silence of Article 13 of our criminal law. You, area number one, has a contract, which is an international agreement, with the USA, mine area, let's say number two. And of course, that's by density, in the same way you should do, but didn't, because you instead have the action, you consider, do monkey business against my research, my internet, have yourself as a big clown, and now you are totally fucked. You will suffer a serious consequence, and you will be sent to international prison because it's a guarantee on your constitution. And if you put this guarantee out, by equity or others we do. And it's like this. USA now is having the repression as control on 2022 against all failure since 2000, since 1988, that unfortunately were unable to solve and got associated with solid things. Now, those solid things will be used maybe to bonk you or something like this. The control comes from the state because you have no autonomy and you crowd the time asking money. And each one of your federative units, in the same way, receiving money by the crowders that did this request as investment by your needed sectorial, because you do nothing and have no production system solid and with the enough strength to present things, including your own results, you are a big fraud. And this big fraud will go, guess what, on the election. Is this something absurd that we are telling to you? And each one of those counts kick off this small and tiny seed full of problems, like a beautiful woman with a bag of disease. Then we check that this has a name. It's named the catching up procedure, which comes as a sense of control from international area by security forum considering America, and a sense of control considering the review of this small seat that has no legitimacy to do things and present things at the institution, supporting the crime as even as local interest, you know, because the criminal area is outlaw and problem. Then we'll have this coming here, and the situation is clear. See? Have a good night. Keep the doing as monkey business. Play with the Spotify, with the Wi-Fi, and others will do your work. These kind of things allow us to charge you 30 trillion plus one as financial punishment, and the harassment you did against my research, my private living space, interest on it, 1 billion plus 1 billion as financial punishment by your dishonest behavior. And do not forget, you have the right to be inside international prison and under this international trial. And you can't say that we won't accept this because by equity, all other guarantees we put out. Have a good night.